Got a lot of stuff to go over. Not a lot of time. It's Super Bowl week, everybody. But of course, what's interrupt Super Bowl? Kyrie Irving. Let's go. All right, everybody. Welcome on in to the NYMD podcast. Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrod here on a weekday. Me, usually the only person who usually gets sick all the time here on the show. Of course, thank you for tuning in today. Of course, we're on StreamYard and YouTube. Please subscribe and like. And, of course, you can make comments. Really appreciate it. We're on Facebook, IG, Twitter, as well as Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. Wherever you find podcasts, you will find the NYMD podcast. What is going on, B?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm just glad to be doing this right now, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Yeah, I think that's the most I've talked in like 10 days.
Oh my goodness gracious, man. Goodness gracious.
I know. Yeah. Being sick is not fun, but I'm glad we are getting to do the show.
Yeah, man. And this is the most important thing that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? At this time, right now, you all should be tuned in to the NY to MD podcast. I know there's, about 40 miles away from here, there's a little something going on right about now, but and it's
XFL started?
no, man. Out in Washington.
Georgetown? Washington has a game. The Wizards have a game.
No. That's not what I'm talking about. But
the Caps have a game.
Well, you're getting close when you said the Capitals. Yeah. You're getting close. You're getting close. But
the Monuments have a game? I don't know.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Well, someone is giving the State of the Union, but we're going to give the state of sports of sports right now. Because it's been a lot of stuff going down, man, since we last talked. Good gracious, man. So
yeah, it's not like we even miss a week. We were actually we were here last week, but
yeah.
It just we didn't get to talk on Saturday because I couldn't talk. So that could cause a problem. And as you can tell, I'm still struggling a little bit now, but
you're struggling, You're struggling?
Yeah, exactly. I'm barely getting the words out. But we are here. But yeah, dude, so much is going on. Requested trades, Super Bowl's coming up, Super Bowl week. Denver's got a new coach. Somebody's about to become the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. And we had 3 flag football games. I mean, what? I mean, it's a little bit of, people talking about a smorgasbord. It's going to be Valentine's Day next week, the most overrated, overly hyped holiday in the history of mankind. No, I'll say it out loud. It's a one-sided Boulder Dash holiday. It's tomfoolery. We get hoodwinked.
Let me turn my sound down real quick.
I'll say it again. I'll text her. I'll let her know. It's just overrated, one-sided holiday.
Oh, you ain't lying, man.
I don't get no box of chocolates. I get a present, let alone a box of chocolates. We gotta go sit there, find some flowers. Anyway, we ain't got time for that.
Yeah,
Speaking of giving flowers,
yeah.
I want to give flowers today to the guy who I didn't like, who I love, and who I have supported since I guess since Miami days on, and that's won 20th year in the league, LeBron James. LeBron James is 36 points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. Just this past week and a half, he moved up in the top 5 in assists.
That's crazy.
All time. So, listen, I know we watched this guy's whole career. Both of us we both started out on the same kid out of high school. He got a Hummer, whatever. He kept eliminating the Wizards. Really didn't like him. And it's funny, the one event that changed my mind was the one event that really helped you not like him for a little bit. And that was the decision.
Yes.
Where I supported him and you didn't. And I think most people felt the same way. But then he came back. Once he came back, he kind of like, oh, okay, I kind of forget.
Yeah.
And I've supported him ever since because I have never seen anybody like him. So, but what are your thoughts on LBJ, if not tonight, I believe, this weekend, I think it's against Golden State, which would be funny, becoming the NBA's all-time leading scorer?
So you know how I feel about LeBron. I didn't like him ever since the time we used to beat the Wizards every year in the playoffs. I really, and we've had so many conversations about this, but I couldn't stand him for the decision and for him dissing Cleveland on live TV. My thing is, if you don't want to go back to Cleveland, just tell them. You don't have to, make this announcement on live TV. Telling them you're not coming back. But the only time I rooted for LeBron James is when he went back to Cleveland. Because I felt like he went there to right a wrong. You know what I'm saying? And he did the impossible. He got Cleveland basketball team, the Cavaliers, a championship. And they went to 4 straight finals. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, right. Now, unfortunately, they only won one, but
let's not forget he made Matthew Dellavedova a lot of money.
Yes, he did. But I will say this. Even though I'm not a fan of LeBron per se, I have grown to respect him and respect his game so much. Here's the thing about LeBron, the reason why I respect him. When this dude was in high school, this dude was on the cover on Sports Illustrated, and I believe the headline was The Chosen One. I may be wrong about that, but I believe when that was the headline, and I was like, why are they putting all this pressure on this kid? Like, there's no way he's going to be able to live up to that. And not only did he live up to it, but he surpassed it, man. And he's going to go down as one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I respect him for that. I respect him for bringing the championship to Cleveland. And here's another thing that I don't really hear a whole lot of people talking about LeBron, but LeBron is now 37 to 38 years old. Right? He's 38. The dude is still putting up numbers. In his late 30s, his numbers are like he's in his 20s. It's amazing. Like, when you watch LeBron play, it doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's still productive. And that's a testament to how hard he works. He always talks about, what he does in the offseason to get his body prepared. This is a guy that he doesn't do the load management thing. Now he does, he has done it later in his career, but he really wants to play. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for that. And dude, he's putting up numbers. Like, he's not one of these guys that looks like he's slowing down or he's a liability. Now, granted, he may not work hard on both sides of the ball, as he once did, like on defense and offense. But the dude is still a factor. Like, he's a legitimate factor. He's not a sixth man. He's not like how Carmelo was. You know what I'm saying? This dude is still a starting prominent player, and he's a factor. And I give him respect for that. But what were you going to say, Herb?
I mean, I have to correct myself. So they do have another game between the Golden State games. So tonight they play Oklahoma City. On Thursday they play Milwaukee.
Okay.
So if it doesn't get it tonight, they do play Giannis and Milwaukee on Thursday before they play Golden State. So between probably tonight and Milwaukee, he'll probably have the record.
Well, he's gonna, and that game comes on in 20 minutes. He's gonna break the record tonight, dude. I mean,
Well, it's funny because the tickets for the Milwaukee game, I guess people think he's probably gonna get like 32 points or something, but the tickets for the Milwaukee game are as low as 425 right
now. I guarantee you, LeBron is going to get this 37 points at home tonight. Does he need 36 to tie or to break?
I think 36 to break. No, the tie.
No, he's scoring 37 tonight.
So he might get 40. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, I think he's going to break it tonight. I think Oklahoma City is a good team that doesn't have that much of a defensive, prowess, so to speak. So yeah. I think LeBron may get it tonight.
Yeah, they're a little bit like the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? They have a similar record. They're not, they're not a great team, but they're not awful. So, but I think he'll get it tonight.
Yeah, they're half a game ahead of the Lakers. So
yeah,
and the Lakers are currently in 13th place. So they're still 3 games out of the 10th spot for the playoffs. So we'll see what they do. And of course, one of the things LeBron wanted. Oh, I also forgot that. Yeah, he's doing great. He's one of the top scorers in the league, but his 3-point percentage is one of the lowest in the league. And the reason I know that because Skip Bayless lets me know every single day. So I want to thank Skip Bayless for letting me know that he's holding them back with one of the lowest 3-point percentages in the league. So thank you, Skip, for that.
Real quick, I just want to go over LeBron's numbers. At 38 years old, this guy's averaging exactly 30 points per game, 8.5 rebounds a game, 7.1 assists. I mean,
but his 3-point percentage is low. It's one of the lowest in the league. I mean, he's obviously holding them back.
Yeah.
That's what Skip says every day.
Yeah.
So I just had to add that to it because I mean, it's a fact, right?
Yeah. Whatever.
So shame on him, LeBron, for your 3-point percentage being so low. But anyway, congrats to him. But one of the things that LeBron wanted to have, but didn't get, of course, is Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie couldn't come to agreement with the Nets, who are playing currently against the Phoenix. Right now, they're losing by 10, and this game's going to be over shortly because KD's still out anyway. But he wanted an extension. He couldn't agree on the money, so he said, you know what, I want to be traded. A lot of trade packages came his way. I heard even the team that they're playing right now, Phoenix, offered CP3 and some,
Oh, really?
Yeah, and some packages there. A lot. The Lakers, of course, called. Dallas called. I forgot some other team. I can't remember. Offered, but they took Dallas's. They took Dallas's picks. The Clippers. The Clippers were another team.
Okay.
So, but they went the way of Dallas. So Dallas now has Kyrie, and of course they have Luka. So Kyrie's in Dallas, and in a trade. So how do you feel about what went down, how quickly it happened, and Kyrie being in Dallas? And does this make Dallas better?
Okay, so first of all, this one kind of threw me for a loop because I thought not too long ago Kyrie said he wanted to stay in Brooklyn. I thought he was on his best behavior, but I guess, like, to your point, I guess he didn't get the extension that he wanted, so he demanded a trade. It just seems funny how, like, Kyrie just seems to never be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? There's always something with him. He's always bringing some type of drama with him. Anyway, he requested a trade, but dude, let me tell you, I am floored at how fast this thing got done. I was curious to know how many suitors he would have, but according, to what you're saying, I mean, there was a lot of interest for him, and they didn't waste any time, dude. I thought this was going to take maybe a week or so. Well, no, because the deadline was on Thursday, so they had to get it done before the trade deadline. But yeah, it happened fast.
Yeah, it's coming Thursday.
Yeah. I think it is going to help Dallas. You know what I'm saying? I think, if anything, this will take a little bit pressure off Luka, man, because I think Luka is like Mr. Everything at times. You know what I'm saying? He's the distributor. He's the scorer. He's
the primary ball handler. So but we know Kyrie has dealt with someone like that with playing with LeBron. LeBron can bring the ball up, LeBron can shoot. LeBron can dictate the offense, and Kyrie can play off of that. So Kyrie does not have to be the same point guard. He can play, off that, but also just create opportunities for Luka.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to work long term, but it's going to be a dynamic that would definitely be fun to watch during the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to work in the short term. I will say this though. Once again, Kyrie has to be on his best behavior because now he's pretty much playing for a contract, and he's gotta perform. He's gotta, show that, he can come to Dallas and fit in with the team and help them out. And I mean, he should be. I think it's a short term solution. This would be okay. I mean, as long as he can just stay drama free, stay healthy, stay healthy. I think it'll be fine, man. That's a lot of that's a good 1-2 punch. I think there. And like I said, it just takes some of the pressure off Luka.
The thing I have an issue with, not an issue, is just I don't know why he feels as though someone's going to give him a long-term contract when he doesn't seem to be a long-term player.
Yeah.
It's what do you want? Like the most I would give this dude, is like a 2-year deal. Because he's missed games. He's missed games because he's hurt. He's missed games because he felt like it.
Right.
He missed games because he feels like he needs to go, I don't know, on a seance or something. And I'm not faulting him for what he believes in or anything like that. But how can we rely on you if I don't know you're gonna be here now?
You just said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say it comes down to one word, and that's reliability. And Kyrie has shown throughout his career he is not reliable. Whether it's due to injuries, whether it's due to, like you said, I don't feel like playing today. Whether it's due to I'm just here, I'm just gonna cause drama. It's just he's not reliable. And I'm with you, man. I wouldn't get this dude a long-term contract. He's a headache. He's just not an accident waiting to happen, but he's just an incident waiting to happen because it's always going to be something with him. It's always going to happen. But yeah, it would be very hard for a team to commit 4 years to him when all he does is bring drama, and it's just too much. It's just too much. But we'll see.
Yeah, but it'll be exciting to watch during the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see.
So speaking of new additions to teams, Sean Payton, since we're going on to new additions and adding stuff, worked out. I guess Denver worked out some compensation plans and brought a new Payton over to Denver, and he's going to be teaming with your boy. That's right. Let's. So, what are your thoughts about Sean Payton going over, getting a new gig over in Bronco land?
Honestly, I was a little shocked by this one, because I wasn't sure if he would want to go to a team led by Russell Wilson. I don't know what's happened with Russell Wilson, but he seems to be on a decline. He's not. What's he around 33, 34 now? I forget, but he seems
not that old. But are you seeing a decline because of the season he just had?
No, but even if you look at his year, if you look at his 3-year trajectory, it's going downhill, man. Like his production is going down. That's not to say that he still can't play. I thought maybe Sean Payton will put himself in a little bit better of a situation. What this tells me is that the owner, and I forget who owns the Broncos now, they've said, okay, you come in.
The Bolton family, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But to me, this just says they said, look, Payton, you come in, do your thing. This team is yours. They must have just given him carte blanche to do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? So this must have been the best situation for him to be able to do the things he wants to do. So we'll see how it works out. Hey, look, man, Sean Payton's a great coach, and let me tell you, if anybody can get the most out of Russell Wilson, I think it's Sean Payton. An innovative offensive mind like him, I think it's a good matchup. We'll see how. And Denver is a great place. It's a great place, man. So we'll see how it goes.
That's a tough division.
That's the one thing. You got to go up against Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers and Justin Herbert every year, man. That's going to be tough.
But what other openings do you think would have suited him better than this one?
Oh, so no comment, huh?
On what? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I said he's got to go up against Mahomes and Herbert and Aaron Rodgers every year in the division.
I was like, well, I didn't even hear that. That's why. I mean, hey, he's being recruited.
Yeah.
His old teammates trying to bring him out there. Like you said, why not? But after he goes into his sabbatical, so Aaron Rodgers is going on his 4-day darkness retreat. He'll come out and make a decision. I don't know what the darkness retreat is.
Who's he? Bruce Wayne now? Like
I mean,
what's going on?
If he is, he's like old Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. But yeah, there was no other place for Sean Payton to go. No, he's not going to go to the Texans.
I thought Houston would have been a nice spot for him.
But that's basically starting all over.
Yeah.
I know he looks at Russell Wilson and says, you know what? I know we could do better. I know he could do better. I got a young stud wide receiver. I got a young tight end who could turn into a stud. We got to get the offensive line and the running game going. And we could have what he had down in New Orleans outside. So we'll see. Like Drew Brees, the same height as Russell. So almost the same mechanics and everything. Russell's a little bit more maneuverable. But that's it. So, and he's got a Super Bowl. The other one had one Super Bowl. So everybody's got one Super Bowl. So we'll see. But I think this is the best place for him. I think it was the right decision for him to go there. And I don't think Russ is like done. I'm not saying that he's going to be. I don't think his uphill is going to be higher than what it is. But I still don't. He's not going to be the same guy that he was last year. I put it like that.
No.
I think he got into that with a lot of pressure, a whole bunch of stuff. And I feel like a head coach, you just like, this is what I want to do, regardless of how I feel like you're going to be doing. This is my plan. You need to stick to it. And it didn't work out. So we'll see. But yeah, again, it'll be fun.
Yep.
It'll be fun to see. Another thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Hurt.
No, sorry.
My bad. Hold on. I'm getting a message. Hold on. Somebody's calling in.
Are you playing something? Because I can't hear it.
You can't hear
I think we tried this before.
Okay.
Is it on your phone?
No.
It's trying to come from the computer?
Yeah, I had to play it on my phone. Anyway, it was just a message that we got this week. I won't play the whole thing, but it's from your boy from up north. He retired down south for about 3 years, but your boy Tom Brady called their career for good this time, right? So
yeah, that's what I was gonna get into. Speaking of having fun and transitioning.
Oh. See, I didn't even know you were gonna go there.
Tom Brady, wherever he was, somewhere getting emotional. Maybe he had his darkness retreat. And he came out of it like, you know what, I think it's time to hang it up. So yeah, Tom Brady, the GOAT of NFL quarterbacks, 7 championships, is calling it quits. I think this is actually, I honestly believe this is it. I think last year with that mediocre team put a lot on him. I mean, it was a mediocre team. The dude led the NFL in completions. I mean, he threw a lot.
Wow.
But somehow that team made it to the playoffs. But yeah, I think Tom's done. And then next year, he'll start his 10-year, $350 million contract with Fox, I believe.
Good gracious.
So, what do you think about Tom finally hanging it up?
Yeah, dude, this is 1 year too late, Hurt. Look, I understand you wanted to go to another team. You went to Tampa Bay, won the Super Bowl first year. Perfect. I understand you wanted to come in and try to defend that Super Bowl. You were close. You got beat by, the Rams in the first round when you could have won that game. So I understand, coming back for year 2 to try to defend your championship. Tom, you had nothing else to prove, dude. Like, just you had nothing else to prove, but he wanted to come back. He loves the game. and got beat in the first freaking round by the freaking Dallas Cowboys, man. But anyway, look,
which is fine because it set him up for failure anyway.
exactly, yeah.
Set him up for failure.
And not only did it set him up for failure, but it set him up for some major losses and changes in that organization. So,
Yeah,
but anyway, but getting back to Tom now, look,
please.
he's the GOAT. He's the greatest. He's another one where I couldn't stand him, but at least I got to see this dude's whole career, and we got to see greatness.
Which is crazy. The way his career started, where it started from, we never expected him to be, this guy.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was crazy. So, but, hey, good for him, like you said. But I agree with you wholeheartedly. 1 year too late. He definitely should have retired. So it may have helped save his relationship. But that's a whole personal level. But I mean, you never know what was going on there. But well, congrats to him, and I'm sure since he's going to get paid, and I hope he enjoys his retirement.
And
go ahead.
And I was gonna say, good for him. He said he's going to take a year off.
Yep.
And he's going to start in 2024, which I. Yeah,
because I don't. Why would you start at the Super Bowl this year anyway? That's just.
Yeah.
To me, it's just too soon. Let him take a year off. Let him enjoy his family, chill out for a little bit, and come back. Go out golf. With your boy Aaron Rodgers, who was just out golfing, he won a Pro-Am this past weekend before he goes on his darkness retreat. So
that's pretty impressive, though. I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm a dude that can golf. He's great. Yeah. I mean, quarterbacks, that's all they do: golf and break down defenses. So.
And you know who else can golf?
Romo.
What's his name? Jordan Poyer, from the Bills.
Oh.
That safety from the Bills. Poyer. I saw a portion of the skills competition in the Pro Bowl, where they had like the longest yard drive. Justin Tucker hit some golf balls.
Of course.
Marlon Humphrey. But Joe Poyer, he hit one, I think, like 316 yards, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, good Lord, man. So, but anyway.
But good for Tom. Go out and play and relax and have fun. And congratulations on your retirement. So speaking of Pro Bowl, since you were bringing it up,
okay.
Pro Bowl is a little bit different this year. Had it in Vegas. I know. I missed a lot of the events because they happened during the week. I honestly don't think I care about seeing was dodgeball, but I missed it. And of course, being sick last week, I had no clue what was going on.
You mean you missed your boy, your favorite receiver doing the gritty right there?
No, what is that? No, who's that?
CeeDee Lamb.
I never heard of him. I was like, if that's not Justin Jefferson, then they ain't real. So I know there's no contact. The Pro Bowl, when it was the regular Pro Bowl with the supposed tackling, was trash to me. I could not watch it. So you might as well make it fun and make it a skills competition. I remember back in the days growing up, they used to have this obstacle course thing that I think the NFL people used to do. And they even used to go through water, do the sled. Remember that thing?
Yeah.
So I always wanted that to be kind of like they did that anyway. And that was always fun, going through the tires. So part of that was in this all-star thing, along with kicker and snapper special teams, just to say tic-tac-toe, which I think they need to fix that up a little bit. But the thing that I liked the most was that each quarterback got the captain, or not captain, but quarterback the teams for there's 3 games. So one quarterback from the AFC, one quarterback from the NFC, had 2 halves, and they played flag football. And I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did, because again, playing flag football, years ago now, pre-COVID, I should say, it was a lot of fun. And just seeing actual, again, I see what they do with pads on, but it's fun when they're just running out there, with flags on, seeing guys out there actually just having fun. And they really seem like they enjoyed it.
Only thing is, can you tell your Florida State cornerback that they were playing flag football, please? Your Florida State cornerback.
That was an accident, dude.
Dude, good Lord, Joe.
You saw he went to get the flag off of Devontae, and he didn't see that little guy. I mean, he's tiny. So he didn't know he flipped the ball to him and he just ran into him. It was an accident. By the way, I mean, I know a couple quarterbacks that didn't get those calls in the playoffs, okay? I'm a little bit shocked they even called that one. That's besides the point.
That's funny.
We'll get to that soon. But, yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. It was fun.
Well, you know what? I didn't really watch it. Hurt. I did. It's funny. I did. At one point, I did turn it on, and I saw like a halftime show with Ray Schmerman or something like that. I was like, "Who are these people?"
Yeah, I must have missed that part. I didn't see that.
Yeah, but maybe I'm showing my age, but I had no idea who they were. But no, man, I didn't really watch it, dude. But you know what? I'll check it out because you sent me, you were sending me stuff saying the players really liked it because they were actually
It was still competitive. It was out there. Yeah. It was still fun. The fans were cheering. They were loving it because it was fast.
That was the test for me. The fact that there were 58,000 fans that showed up, dude, and they knew they were watching flag football, and they still 58,000 people hurt.
Yeah,
that I was shocked.
I would have went. It looked like a lot of fun. I really would have.
Yeah. So now, was this the only year that they're doing this, or because
no? I think they're going to continue. I think they wanted to see how it was going to be.
Okay.
And I think they're going to continue it from here.
They should.
Yeah, because like I said, it's gotten reviews. People actually enjoyed watching it, and the players love playing it.
Yeah.
And I like the whole fact that throughout the weekend, the NFC and AFC faced off and everything, and they would get points along the way.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so the tic-tac-toe for the special teams, a dodgeball. They did have like a little obstacle course, and the 3 flag football games. All counted as points.
Only one casualty came out from this event, though.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Your boy, Cleveland Brown Myles Garrett, he dislocated his toe. That was the only injury that occurred. But other than that, everybody was pretty cool.
Oh, I'm surprised he didn't do that while he plays basketball in one season. That's the
play, man.
That's surprising. So, I like when people are like, well, what if they get hurt? What if they get hurt when they're out there playing non-tackle football?
Yeah.
So everybody just
calm down.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I love watching it.
Yeah.
So I hope they definitely do bring it back next year because again, I would definitely like to watch it. Speaking of watching, we have to go over the last 2 games. The championship games were 2 weekends ago, and they were the first game was, as I had a feeling, wasn't that good, but not because it was one team that was way better than the other. It's because basically the first play of the game, I didn't know what was going on. I forgot where I was, by the way. I came home and I saw Purdy on the sideline. I'm like, what happened? Somebody said he had a concussion, hurt. Didn't know that basically tore his UCL in his elbow. So dude couldn't throw, which is basically the first series of the game. Philadelphia rolls on them and advances to their second Super Bowl in like 5 years. And Purdy, was replaced by Jason Johnson. Excuse me.
Yeah.
There it goes. I'm talking too much. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize. Replaced by him, who himself gets knocked out with a concussion. And Purdy has to come in and hand off the rest of the game. Right? I mean, I picked the Eagles. You picked the Eagles. Man, what are your thoughts about this game?
So here's the thing. I mean, it was awful. I felt really bad, man, because I felt bad for Purdy, man, because I mean, he's been having a storybook, second half of the season. He won every game he started. He's going in hot. The Niners are going in hot. And for this to happen, dude, it sucked. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to give credit to the Eagles defense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you hate to see people get hurt, but they knocked both their quarterbacks out the game. And It's football, Hurt. It's football. The defense is there to get at the quarterback, to get at whoever's got the ball in their hands, and you never want to see these people get hurt. But at the end of the day, the defense did their job. I mean, here's what I don't like though. All the criticism that Shanahan was getting. Oh, they should have went to the Wildcat offense and all this stuff. Like, come on,
Dude, I heard that stupidity.
Give me a freaking break. So this
let's put McCaffrey back there and just because he was a quarterback in junior high. I mean, come on.
Give me a break. And don't people forget that McCaffrey was banged up too. Speaking of McCaffrey, how sick was that touchdown run, dude? That
he bounced off people, juked somebody else.
Yeah. But it was amazing, man, that the touchdown run. But no, that game, it was a bad game. But no, I mean, no fault to the 49ers, really. I mean, at that point, they're just hanging on by a thread. They're trying to do their thing. Shanahan is doing the best he can.
Unfortunately, like Purdy's elbow.
Yeah. Now, nobody's really saying this, but he tore his UCL. That's the same ligament, I believe, that involves Tommy John surgery, man. So nobody's saying that he's getting Tommy John surgery, but that is the same ligament.
No, they're seeking second opinions. I know it needs like 6 months of rest if you don't get it operated on. And the thing is, the throwing motions and stuff is a tad different. So he may not need the Tommy John surgery. He may need some other type of surgery.
Okay.
But
it involves the same ligament, right?
Yes.
The ulnar collateral ligament. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it goes because I'm not sure, but I just wish him best luck. The one thing I did hear from this is that this is Jimmy G's last rodeo in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, he is not coming back.
He's definitely out.
Yeah. We'll
see where he goes next. But yeah, that game was unfortunately not as dramatic as the AFC Championship game. Now,
and one thing we got to touch on is both these games had a theme. Do you know what the theme was, Hurt? Even though they were very different, there was a theme to both of these games.
Andy Reid coached both winning teams.
No, I'm not
at the same time.
No.
Both had hurt quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, that's true, but that's not quite what I was thinking about.
That Jalen Hurts played in the SEC and in the Big 12. Because Patrick and Joe were in Pac-12 SEC. I mean, Big 12 SEC.
That's funny. No.
Hold on a second. Nope. Tell me.
Horrible officiating.
Oh, of course. My favorite thing in the whole world to ever talk about.
Dude, look. Getting back to the other game, the Eagles and Niners. Look, the Niners were never going to win. But Joe, how in the heck they called that Devontae Smith catch, man? That set up the whole. You know what I'm saying?
And they ran up and they just. How do you not stop to review that? I don't like. I've been. You know how I always feel about officiating.
Right. Oh, I know.
There's no consistency in anything that they call or do. And I can't take it. It's ridiculous. It is ruining the game. It really is. Like, people were sitting here like, since he got robbed. I mean, people were just out there saying that only because there were some egregious things that occurred. I'm not saying that Kansas City didn't make more plays. I'm in that category that they won. But it doesn't help when something, that they don't call happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes the perception.
Well, yeah, getting to this Chiefs-Bengals game, my thing is the officiating was bad, but the officiating did not cost the Bengals the game. There was a couple of really bad plays with the, they called it a do-over. It wasn't really a do-over, but, the 3rd and 8, where the official tried to get on the field to stop the play, but he didn't quite do it, so the play went forward, then they had to redo it. That, even though that happened, that had no effect on the game. None whatsoever.
But that should never have happened.
Right. No, my point is it was still horrible, but thank goodness, the Chiefs didn't score off that drive because they didn't. All right. And then here's the thing, and the reason why I can't really blame the officials on this one is because even with how horrible the officiating was and how it did seem one-sided in favor of the Chiefs, at the end of the day, Cincinnati still had a chance. Like Joe Burrow had a chance to finish off that game with a field goal or some type of score, but what happened? They Chris Jones sacked um I got distracted.
Joe Burrow.
Thank you. Sacked Joe Burrow, and they gave the ball over to Kansas City with some time left to do what they needed to do. And Cincinnati, Osai, hits Patrick Mahomes when he was clearly out of bounds. And
now again, I was, what I tweeted or what I text when that happened. I'm like, I would cut that dude tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know he was 22, and it's like his first.
Yeah, this is his.
Like, I was like, oh, he's young.
And I felt bad for him because he's crying. I don't know if they really should have showed too much of that, honestly. But he felt like he lost again, but he didn't.
The dude was there crying. Like after a while, after I read who he was, how long he's been in the league, which is not long at all.
Yeah.
And he's so young. I thought it was like a veteran.
Oh, okay.
Been there long. I'm like, dude, he's a guard, and also in all honesty, you gotta know where you are. You have to know where you are on the field, man. Yeah. You got to know who you're chasing. You got to know what moment you're in. There's literally no time left. Like you could still go into overtime, and that cost you the game. That one decision cost you the game.
Yeah. But we gotta. That being said, for as bad as the officiating was, we still have to give props to Pat Mahomes, man, because this dude pretty much put on his Superman cape. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks removed from a high ankle sprain, he's out there running around, moving around, leading his team to victory. And don't forget, he had receivers banged up in that game. I think
get Juju, Hardman, who's on IR now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Tony
got banged up that game.
People were just dropping like flies.
Yeah, and don't forget, Kelsey came into the game with a bad back. So yeah, man. So I give all props to Pat Mahomes, and that brings us, man, to the Super Bowl. We have the Eagles and the
who did you pick in these? Eagles and Bengals.
I can't remember who. Let me see. Yeah, I picked the Bengals, I think. Yeah. Let me see if I can find who I picked. But that brings us to I'm glad you mentioned picks because my man Kevin Hurt, man. I know I keep saying it, but if I just had the DeLorean time machine, look, all y'all had to do was listen to the NY to MD podcast, listen to my man Hurt's picks. He's been perfect, y'all. He has not missed a pick this entire playoffs. And I can't wait because there's only one left. And let me tell you something. Out of all the picks, this is Hurt.
This is the only one that matters. Honestly.
This is the only one that matters, and I don't have a clue who's going to win this game, dude. I keep going back and forth. So I can't, but I'm honest when I said this. I'm glad, I'm glad you got your rest and I really couldn't talk to you, but I'm glad I didn't get this pick because I've been dying to hear this pick, dude. I cannot, because I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, look, there's one person who's been
with a caveat. I was going to pick the Bengals. I was.
You were, and you even explained that on the last podcast. But
that mayor thing, and you heard. What did you hear after Kansas City won?
Oh yeah,
What was the first thing Kelsey said, yo?
This is Mahomes out.
This dude was like, "No, you're rolling. Shut your
mouth." I was like, I know Hurt is loving that, dude. Right
I'm like, because I know what motivates certain people, and when someone tries to be petty and come after athletes or whatever it is, you can't do that. As soon as he said, "This is Arrowhead, isn't it?" Say Burrow. I mean, they were. I mean, You cannot. Again, I'm not saying that they didn't have help, but they did win the game, no matter how you look at it. Dude, you cannot give fuel to other teams. You just can't do it, man.
Yeah.
So and he did it. They end up winning. His team end up losing. Other team winning. So that's why I picked KC because that gut feel. I'm like, damn, that mayor didn't open his mouth. I had a feeling, but I picked KC. So it comes down to this Super Bowl, whatever number it is. What is it?
57.
Good. We got that many. So 57.
Yeah.
Good, great. All right, Super Bowl 57, 57, or 57. And I'm going to be out of the country for it, which is going to be funny. I do want to. All I want to see is halftime. I don't want to say it's halftime.
Right.
But this is the Andy Reid Bowl. This is the Kelsey Bowl. Do you want to do your pick first?
Dude, you're gonna have. Okay, let me do mine.
Sorry.
This is crazy, dude. I don't know, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make a pick. I'm gonna go with my gut. I've really been going back and forth. The Eagles have the better team. The Eagles have the better defense. The Eagles have the healthier team. And everything keeps nudging me, telling me the Eagles are going to win. The Eagles are going to win. But daggone it, Pat Mahomes, like, they don't have Pat Mahomes. And I don't know, man. That performance last week, but the Chiefs are so banged up right now, dude. But I'm just going to go with my gut and say the Chiefs. But I just don't know. But I'm just going to pick the Chiefs. I'm just going to pick the Chiefs. I'm just picking them for the sake of picking them. I want to hear what you have to say. I really, really want to know who you think is going to win this game.
So, I think it was 5 years ago. I just sent you a picture on your phone.
Oh,
5 years ago, something that happened this past 2 weeks ago happened 5 years ago, and I remember because I put it on my Facebook page and it came up. And that was the Empire State Building light up green after the Eagles won the NFC Championship. So, as outraged as everybody was this past week when it happened the last time that they went.
Okay.
And the last time the Empire State Building did that, and the last time they went, they won. The last time the Eagles won, the reigning NBA champions were the Golden State Warriors.
Oh.
The current reigning NBA champion.
Golden State Warriors.
The last time the Eagles won the Super Bowl, the reigning champions of MLB were the Houston Astros. The reigning champions of current Major League Baseball are the Houston Astros.
What?
I am picking the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh! Wow.
I don't want to.
Wow.
I'm definitely pulling for Kansas City. I just know that defense of the Eagles is real. If they sack him, I think 4 or 5 times, they'll have like the sack, like the most sacks in a season in NFL history or something. And I've seen that team up close. I feel like people have underestimated them all season. And you can look at the road that they took to get there. They're there.
Right.
And as all matters is what happens during that game at that time. And Hurts is healthy. Hopefully, Mahomes is healthy. Like I said, Mecole Hardman's on the IR. Guys are banged up. They're going to need that running game. They do have the weapons to try to open up Philly's defense. But Philly has the weapons to open up a can as well if they can't get the Hurts on that defense, if they can't stop the run. So I think it's going to be an exciting game, Super Bowl 57. If the Eagles do win, it will give symmetry to the NFC East with 5, 4, 3, 2 Super Bowls won from each 4 teams.
Wow.
So we'll see. But I unfortunately I have to go with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow. Hurt dropping knowledge on the NY to MD podcast. I'm rooting for you, Hurt, because
I'm not.
if you pull this off, yeah.
If I pull this off, I'll be angry because I bet no monies on none of this. If I picked just winners and I had money on winners through this whole thing,
dude.
I mean, believe me, you think it would be on StreamYard? We have real background. I mean, this podcast would just be a whole lot flashy. That's all I'm saying. You may still get the number of views, but the picture would be a whole lot better. I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
that studio would be off the chain.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm picking the Eagles.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I said, everything is telling me Eagles, but my gut's telling me Mahomes. But
I want Kansas City to win. I do.
Really? You want them to win? Okay.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't want the Eagles.
Yeah.
I can't root for my division Super Bowl unless it's Tom Brady.
Right.
And
that's, the only time you root, that's the only time I see you root for the Eagles,
yeah. Yeah, but other than that, other than that, I want KC to win. But we'll see. Now, if the Eagles win, they earned it. They deserve it, man.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't know that when Andy Reid took over at Kansas City, he got rid of the coaching staff, which included the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, he was on the previous coaching staff. When Andy Reid came in, he let him go. So Sirianni has said that was one of the motivations that helped him get to this position and become a head coach. So he also has personal vendettas. So everything ties in together.
Okay.
Everything ties in.
Okay, real quick, let me just give you a quick update. LeBron watch. I was going since tracking. I was like, let me see. Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Now, Lakers up 14-13. LeBron is now 34 points away from breaking Kareem's record. Yep.
34 points. Wow.
Yep.
He's going to make me want to stay up and watch this damn game, and I need to go to bed. So I'm probably going to miss it. I'm not recording it. It's going to be history. You know how happy I'm going to be for this guy to do it. So we'll see. But so I'm just going to go ahead and say congratulations, LeBron. When I wake up, I'll find out, I guess. But I'm old, so I probably have to go use the bathroom later on. I'll probably look at my phone then anyway. So, but yeah, man, you have any closing thoughts? How you think the halftime show is going to be?
Oh, dude. So real quick, with the Super Bowl, I realized this year I'm really looking forward more than the game, I think, the halftime show. I think last year, man, the halftime show was so good, man. It was so entertaining.
Oh, that was great. Yep.
So entertaining. This year we got Rihanna. You know, Rihanna hadn't seemed like she's been doing her thing, don't get me wrong, but I don't remember the last time she really performed, live. So we'll get to see Rihanna. And I'm also looking forward to commercials this year because word has it there's going to be a lot of movie trailers coming out because there's a lot of great movies coming out this year. And apparently there's going to be a lot of movie trailer commercials this year. So I'm looking forward to that. You know how much a 30-second advertising spot is in this year's Super Bowl?
10 million.
Not quite, but you're pretty close.
8.
Real close.
7.
$7 million for a 30-second spot in the Super Bowl, man.
That's crazy.
But when you have a program that averages 100, I think last year 112 million viewers watched the Super Bowl,
almost as much as the World Cup.
Wow, how much does the World Cup get?
Like $1 billion.
Wow,
it's the World Cup. That's why.
But it's a series of games, Well,
I know. I mean, for the final.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a global event. Well,
yeah,
Super Bowl too, but.
Yeah, but no, that's American.
But that's in America. I don't know what the global numbers are for the Super Bowl. That's just those are Americans. But
it's still not $1 billion.
Yeah,
it'd be up there. I mean, it's like for us.
So yeah, that's crazy. So that means
like half the planet watches.
Yeah, not half, but like 17%.
Yeah, true. I forget. It used to be half. I think we're way above that number now.
Yeah, so about 13% of the population is watching the Super Bowl on one night. That's amazing. Is watching the World Cup on one night. That's amazing. But anyway, all right, man.
Yeah, but thank you everybody for tuning in for our abbreviated but fun still halftime Super Bowl special. Always think about halftime. Work. So we'll see how it goes. And of course, go bet. Do some bets. Put a little couple, not a lot of money, just a little bit of money
Yes.
on some stuff. I got $2.17 left, so I'm gonna put that on Super Bowl, baby. But thank you everybody for tuning in and putting again. Apologizing for my cough, but thank you guys for putting up with it. Of course, here on StreamYard and YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter, as well as Spotify, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker and Stitcher apps, and the app that we have in Spanish, and I forgot what it's called, but it was in Spanish, so it's cool. So bienvenido, hasta luego, hasta mañana. Thank you, everybody. Gracias. I enjoyed the Super Bowl on Sunday. It's going to be fun. And everybody just stay safe. And God bless everybody and have a great weekend.
Peace out, y'all.
See you. Super Bowl. Watch it.